Will BMW motorcycles prove to be the best bikes ever? Certainly for 2024. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell for future videos. So, will BMW motorcycles, will they be the best bikes in 2024 and 2025, 2026 going forward? As a manufacturer, I really like BMW because it's not necessarily the bikes that they produce, it's just the kind of cross-section of bikes. They seem to have a little bit of everything for everybody. Now, you could label the same for the likes of Honda, for example, or certainly in the past you could. Maybe not so much now, but you certainly could in the past. But BMW seem to have the sports bikes, they seem to have the kind of heritage bikes, the traditional tourers, the roadsters, the mid-range bikes. Obviously, they've got the adventure bikes, and also they got the electric scooter bikes as well, and smaller single-cylinder bikes as well. They've got the lot. So can they be the bikes of the future? Can they be the manufacturer of the future? Now, I'm just about to head off to the London Motorcycle Show this weekend. And look, every time I go to a show, I always think that BMW tend to put on the best show, the best stand, as it were. And I've certainly thought that for the last sort of 3 or 4 years. Not only in the London show, which I'm going to, but also Motorcycle Live as well. Whereas other manufacturers, I think, yeah, some are okay, some are not so. Triumph, I think, always do a pretty good job. And Indian, I thought, have been doing really well in recent years as well. In terms of the stand or the display, what kind of a presence they have. But BMW seem to be getting better and better, not only with their bikes, but their range of bikes. And I suppose the proof is in the numbers. The numbers suggest that BMW are just getting better and better and better. I think BMW have just recorded their highest sales ever. I think they've broken through the 200,000 motorcycle sales in a single year. I think it was 209,000. Well, now they've overtaken Harley Davidson, let's say, who are on a bit of a slide. Granted, most of the sales from BMW are going to happen in Europe, in Asia, and I believe in South America as well. And this is purely down to the range of bikes that they offer. By contrast, Harley Davidson seem to be on the decline. Well, yeah, you could argue because of price, but also you could say it's a style of bikes and they offer limited options, let's say. Now, on price, you could also say that BMW are equally as expensive as well, certainly at the high end as well. So that's a bit of a red herring there, I would say. But in terms of overall package, BMW seem to be doing a lot better. Well, they're selling a lot more. They got the highest sales figures in their history. They've overtaken the likes of Harley Davidson in terms of sales, or unit sales, numbers of sales. So they seem to be doing really well. So are they going to be the best motorcycle manufacturer of this year? Well, it's a good chance that they will be. Now, I'm not saying are they going to be the biggest, because we've always got to hand that trophy to Honda and the likes of Honda. And if you're thinking about unit sales, then you've really got to look at the Indian motorcycle manufacturers who are head and shoulders above the rest in terms of unit sales per year. And most of those sales, yes, occur in India as well. But if we're talking as a global presence, as a global manufacturer, then BMW seem to be hitting the right note over and over again. Now, with any manufacturer, you could always pick holes in them. You could always pick holes in some of the products, in some of the bikes, let's say, maybe in reliability, maybe in recalls, or you don't like that design, you don't like that shape. The latest BMW 1300 GS has come under a bit of criticism for styling, let's say, and I would kind of agree. It's kind of sanitized it a little bit too much for me, whereas I'd like to see an ADV a bit more rough and ready, let's say. But that aside, great bike. The reports of it are fantastic. The other bikes that they produce, yeah, great bikes as well. So from the outside looking in, I don't own a BMW. I've ridden quite a few, but I don't own a BMW. I've been thinking about going over to a BMW as well. But they do look like a manufacturer who is on the up, just like Ducati. Ducati seem to be a manufacturer on the up. But if you compare the numbers, You compare the numbers of over 200,000 unit sales from BMW. Ducati have just broken through, I believe, 60,000, but they are hitting record highs for their sales. Whereas, I say, the likes of Harley-Davidson seem to be on a decline. Other manufacturers seem to be on a decline as well in terms of numbers. Yes, everything has changed in the last 3 years in terms of COVID, in terms of supply chain issues. However, BMW and Ducati seem to have risen up through the flames. So what makes a company like BMW better than Harley-Davidson, than Indian, than Honda? Well, I think it's just the range of bikes. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're all affordable, and it doesn't necessarily mean that their top bikes aren't really expensive, because they are. But it's the general range of motorcycles. That's the key here. It's the range of motorcycles in different sectors, a different size as well. CC, they've got the mid-range bikes. They got the 800-900 cc's. They got the big adventure bike. They've got the big air-cooled bikes with the R18s. They got the R9Ts, which is now being kind of replaced by the R12s as well. You've got the sports bikes, which are just phenomenal. And it's almost like the perfect package just to take that bike off the showroom floor and stick it onto a racetrack if you're so inclined. You've got the bigger adventure bikes, which everybody loves. You've got the big tourers. You got the GTL, you got the RT, which is probably one of the best all-round touring motorcycles ever made. Yes, of course, every manufacturer has their problems. Every motorcycle has its glitches, its problems. But in terms of a manufacturer that seems to have just got better and better and better over the years, I think you'd be hard-pushed to find another manufacturer that has done as well as BMW. The only other manufacturer I could say is probably, not in sales numbers possibly, but in terms of the way they produce motorcycles, I would say Triumph. Triumph are there as well. For me, I would say that. Now, that's not to say the likes of Indian and Harley-Davidson and KTM and Kawasaki and Suzuki and Honda, they're suddenly disappearing. I'm not saying that at all. But there does seem to be a correlation between the kinds of bikes and the range of motorcycles that you produce and increasing sales and increasing your presence and getting a better reputation year on year. Let's know your thoughts in the comments below. Are BMW the manufacturer of choice for the future? Will they end up being the best manufacturer in whatever metric you want to gauge that by for this year and in the coming years? Let us know your thoughts. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. And if you're at the London Motorcycle Show this weekend, I'll be there on Friday. Come and say hello, but let us know what you think of the show as well. See ya.